What's up guys, ZDMD here and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be looking at everything that should be and could be coming soon to Mad City Chapter 2 this month, and by this month I mean January 2023. There are a total of 5 things that I have on my list, and we're going to start with the smallest and we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, so make sure you watch until the end to know the biggest things that could be releasing within the next few weeks. So for the first one we actually need to go to the Mad City blog. If you don't know, Mad City have their own official blog and they post basically like update teasers, sneak peeks, basically information on their latest updates. The last one was December 1st and that was with the winter update, and I'm assuming that in the next update there'll be a blog post. So we actually need to go to the previous one, the one on the 11th of November called Reveals and More. So I feel like most people kind of skimmed over this because they were so excited about like the new Prism reveal, they were so excited about the A10 that I think most of you probably didn't see this say the vehicle speedometer, which is the first thing we're going to be talking about. So it said, "We're pleased to announce that a long requested feature may be coming soon to Mad City, the speedometer. We've recently been investigating how we can implement them in an elegant way, but we don't have quite anything to show off quite yet. Stay tuned for more information in future blog posts." So what this means is it's basically a way to track your speed. Here's some footage from Jailbreak, because I think that they've had a speedometer. Obviously loads of games have had a speedometer, but I'm going to use Jailbreak because it's the most similar to Mad City. As you can see here, it shows the speed that the vehicle's going, so you can kind of get a gauge on how fast things are going, and it will make it a lot easier to do speed tests and also to kind of compare vehicles side by side. It will be a very useful feature and I think it's very cool. It is a feature that many players have been requesting, and the last time we actually heard about it was in this blog post. We haven't heard about it since. It's reasonable to assume that it should be releasing in an update coming this month. I think that's kind of a reasonable assumption. So yeah, I'd say stay tuned for this. It seems pretty exciting, something that will be very cool, very beneficial to vehicles, and I think it's a great addition that should be in the game. Now for the second thing that could be coming this month, we're going to stay on this blog post and we're going to go to the oldest blog, basically the first ever blog post they released, balance changes in times 2 XP. Now this is something that loads of players want. The developers confirmed this back in like late October that this will be coming to the game. It's now like early January, we still haven't heard anything. So we have 3 new weapons that should be releasing, and I'm assuming, I think it's safe to say they should be releasing this month. We have the Tommy gun, we have the M1014, and we have the M249. We have a drum gun, a shotgun, and an LMG. And then in the next blog post, which was 28th of October, we actually saw some footage of these guns. As you can see here, we have one of the developers using the Tommy gun. As you can see there, you've got some sounds. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I like that. The LMG is 60 bullets in the clip. It looks like that, sounds like that. And then the M1014 has got 4 bullets in the clip and shoots. I'm pretty sure it shoots faster than that. I think this person's just kind of shooting it slowly just to kind of show them off. Now, a lot of players are confused as to why these haven't released yet. My theory is something to do with this. If you have a look, I don't think these weapons are completed, because if you look here, there's not really an animation when these get reloaded. As you see here, this LMG is being used. So we have a look at this. It looks like an old animation and nothing really comes out of the gun, so I'm assuming that that's what it means, and that is backed up by Mad City tweeting saying that they're looking for someone that can animate weapons. I'm assuming that this is what they mean. They're talking about the weapons, the 3 weapons that have released. Maybe there's someone working on them as we speak, or maybe they haven't found someone yet and that's why they've been delayed. That seems kind of logical to me, because obviously they've released guns previously. They just released like the Stingray like a few months back. So these weapons, you know, they seem to be firing fine, they seem to be looking fine, sounding fine. I think it adds up. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with weapon animation, so I think it's safe to say that this month we will finally be getting the weapons. So now the third thing was not really publicly shown too much, but I've included it in this list because I feel like it's something that should be talked about and it should be made more aware to you. If we go to the Discord and search up Eli, who's the Mad City manager, and filter it by words that basically like messages that included the word bank, you'll see that on the 18th of October, he replied to this person saying, "What is your favorite heist?" He replied with the new bank heist. And then someone put the new one and he put a winking emoji. So this must mean that a new bank layout is coming soon. I think this makes sense, to be honest. I think the bank should have multiple layouts to give different amounts of money, because I think that would just make it a lot more interesting, considering the bank opens like every 5 minutes or so. I feel like it needs some layouts, and I think it's quite a cool addition. It could release this month, considering this was said almost 3 months ago. I'm assuming that it's coming soon, so potentially it could be releasing this month. And now the next thing is probably the thing that most players know about and most players are waiting for. It is the new prison. So the first time we heard about this new prison was on the 3rd of November in a tweet made by Mad City talking about their promise to be transparent, showing off loads of things, and they immediately spoke about a new prison. They showed this image and it was a blurred image of a prison. Looked like it was on an island, kind of looked like Alcatraz. We did cover it in a previous video. And they also showed one of the escapes, as you can see right here. We've got like a sewer escape, a brand new sewer escape, and it looks amazing. It looks really realistic, looks really cool, and I think it's a great addition. Then on the 11th of November, in a blog post, we got some more information regarding this prison in the form of a video. Again, we already reacted to this, but we're going to watch it again. As you can see here, we've got the whole new prison. We got some like showers. We've got some like soap. We've got like a great sunroof overlooking loads of cells. There are tons of cells here, which made me think that there's going to increase the player count, which could happen. We did like a whole review of this in depth, going frame by frame, looking at everything it had to offer with the sewer escape at the end. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was on the 11th of November. And then on December 1st, with their latest blog post, as I'm recording this, and as you're probably seeing this, we have the winter one, and they showed off even more information regarding the new prison. As you can see here, the prison looks nearly done. This is actually the second episode. They said they've been hard at work at it for a while. And as you can see here, we've got a brand new area with landmines. And like, yeah, it looks pretty much complete. So I think it's safe to assume that this will release probably this month, if not on February. I don't think it will release in March. I think it's going to release before then, if I'm being honest. We also have, with the new prison, as you probably know, we've got lock picking. This is something that could even come to other things. I believe they said it's going to be involved in heists and things like that. So yeah, this is definitely something that I think is nearly complete, and I think it could release this month in January, if not next month in February. And finally, the main thing, it's literally on the Mad City blog page, the pig boss fight. This is the fifth and final thing, probably the biggest thing overall. It's a brand new boss fight, the first boss fight of Chapter 2. I'm 100% confident that this will release in Season 2, which is basically the season we're on now. I don't think it will release in Season 3. I think Season 2 is going to be the piggy boss fight. It was meant to release back in like November, but they did delay it. We don't know when, but I'm pretty sure it's going to release this month, next month, maybe March, sometime like that. I think it's going to be very, very soon. As you can see here, they tweeted on the 3rd of November saying, first off, we want to say that we're sorry if this disappoints some of you, but we've decided to temporarily put off the piggy boss event so we can focus on enhancing the base game. So I'm assuming what that means is this might be the final thing that releases out of the 5 things that I've talked about. I feel like maybe the weapons, maybe the speedometer, the prison, and maybe the new bank layout as well as maybe some other heist layouts are probably going to release before the piggy event, because the piggy boss is more of a fun thing that players can do. It's more like an event, kind of like the Christmas event. It's kind of like that. So because this is more of a fun thing, I think they want to kind of focus on like making the game better, and I completely understand that and completely agree with that. And they replied to the tweet saying, to be clear, we're not removing the piggy event, there just won't be a part 2 until further notice. So yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this video. What are you most excited for to release in Mad City, and which of those 5 do you think will actually release this month? Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, man was ZDMD, and as always, peace out.